won't pass it around.
It's all right. I'm just thanks for waiting. I know it's long, but no one does senior day like us, so that's their moment. They've earned it.
What's it like seeing Ashley have that moment, that game, just everything you can kind of hope for in a senior day?
Yeah, senior days are always hard because there's so much emotion. I mean, I've watched teams warm up and the seniors are crying in the layup line. The good thing is Ash is like, it's March 4th, we're playing Texas Tech. What time's the game? Let's play. The emotion of it, I don't think is going to hit her for a while. So I think she just shows up and wants to go. But the impact she's made here is, I mean, we could be out there. I mean, luckily she hugged everyone because it took that long to read off all of her accomplishments while she was here. So amazing kid, and it's just been an honor to be around her every day.
Does it shock you to know that she was crying when she was in here talking about?
I don't believe it. I got to see video of that.
DesMoinesRegister.com.
Really? Okay. No, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I am surprised. I mean, that's just not who she is, but and not to be whatever. I'm glad she did. She should. I mean, I think, sometimes I think she doesn't want to show any emotion. She doesn't want to let people see that, and some people look at her like the kid's not a robot. She's invested so much. So it's great to, and again, I'm not trying to embarrass her by saying I'm glad she cried, but I think it shows a side of her maybe that most people have never seen, and I'm glad that some people got to see it today.
Bill, your team's won 4 of 5, and as we talked about, even the one loss, you did a lot of good things. How do you feel you position yourself for the postseason, both Kansas City and beyond?
No, I think we're in as good a shape as we can be. There's not going to be anything we can do. I think the biggest thing, Rob, is for us, it's all about the matchups and games. I thought Izzy gave us some really good minutes, so if we play someone with a big guy, that helps. But we are who we are, and I think our team. I'm really, obviously there's some disappointment on what could have been, with Steph and B. But I think the celebration should be what they did accomplish in a really hard league. And I've said this, I think our schedule's rated 3rd in the country. So, we played a lot of good teams all year. So to go to the Big 12 tournament as a 3 seed, to hopefully hear your name on Selection Sunday night is a great thing. So it was a great day. Certainly excited for what the guys did today. So I love Kansas City. I mean, besides the NCAA tournament, I can't wait to go there. I love going. That city is amazing, and when the 2 tournaments are together, it's the greatest 4 or 5 days in basketball, except for the NCAA tournament probably. And I would say it rivals it in a way, especially the way both leagues are this year.
With some shooting slumps you guys have had this season, how important was it for you guys to close out the season making like 10 threes today?
I mean, I think that's one of the things that our team is, we're a team that's going to shoot, and I think our numbers are not what they were last year, but they're better. We made our free throws. The shot. I think the biggest thing for me is obviously this is a make-miss game. I joke with you guys all the time. I've sat up here a lot, and when you make a lot of shots, the press conferences seem to be a little bit easier. But for me, it's always been this year more about shot selection. And I think if you're taking the right shot by the right person at the right time, you live with the make and the miss. And I think recently we've seen some go in, and that's probably been a good thing.
Coach, what do you think Ash has improved the most on as a player, and with a quarter century of great players? Has anybody embodied the Iowa State way, if you will, better than she has?
I wouldn't say better. You know me, I'm not gonna do the Mount Rushmore thing. I don't believe in that. But I think what she's done better is she's really from a basketball standpoint, I think her three-point shot is better than it was. She's a little better off the bounce. She's always a willing defender. We haven't been fair to her defensively because we keep telling her you can't get in foul trouble. But I think the other thing is she's learned over time she trusts her teammates a little bit more than maybe in the past. And not because she's selfish. It's just her whole life has been about, I need to score, I need to score, I need to score. And the last thing I would say is I don't know how she does sometimes what she does. It's like I just heard Chris Williams on the radio. It said the analogy is like Will McDonald. Like our defensive end's going to go really high in the first round, and everybody's like, William had 5 sacks. We got held by everybody the whole season. Ashley Jones just gets the living crap beat out of her every single night, and the decision's been made. That's okay. And she doesn't flinch. She just keeps playing. And I think that's the other part of it is I think earlier in her career she wouldn't show it, but you could tell she was a little upset by it. And I think the last, especially year and a half, it's like, hey, it's the way it is, and let's just go play.
Is it like having Mac back? I think you invited him to talk to the team before the game.
Yeah, he spoke at the Iowa High School Coaches Clinic last night, and I asked him if he'd come. I told our team, my dad told me that if you have 5 true friends in your life, not family, 5 true friends in your life, when you die, you're a lucky person. Well, Dan McCarney's one of my 5. And he stood up right here in front of the team, and they don't know who he is. It doesn't matter. The guy's got Cyclone, in his veins, and the way he articulated senior day and playing here and what it means to wear the uniform. He's the most unique. He's done more for Iowa State athletics than any person ever. And to say that he and I are friends is truly one of the greatest honors of my life.
What was post-game like with Krista there? Every team has a right to coach their own team. I have a right. I mean, they're pressing kids that, and I didn't want those kids to be embarrassed, so I called timeout, and she was just, hey, I got kids I want to play, and I'm like, that's fine. You can do what you want to do. But I'm not going to lead Mary Kate, Sean. I don't have a guard in the game, and we're getting pressed. I'm not going to just stand there and go, that's not fair to our guys. So that's why I called timeout. So I don't know if they were upset. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for her. They do a great job there, but I think everyone was just ready to be done with the game at that point. Was Billy on you again about leaving Emily Ryan in
Yes.
the game to try to get a triple-double?
Yes. And like usual, I am still the boss and dad. So I get the final say. But he's
In that order?
yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.